everyone, I'm makeup artist Lisa Caldognetto. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, we are going to do first impressions and first play with some makeup by Mario products. Oh my gosh. Let's breathe. Hint, this might be the eye look we've just done together. Yeah, so keep on watching if you want to see how. Anyway, while I've got your attention, please hit that subscribe button. It really supports me. I've got so much beauty content. So I'm a pro makeup artist of 16 years. I've got hundreds of tips and tricks to show you. I love all things beauty. I love the joy that beauty brings you and how it just makes you feel damn good with whatever's going on, right? So, shall we get to it, shall we? Come on, let's go, let's go. Let's dive straight in. So I like to start eye makeup with a pencil, and yes, I have actually sneakily used this pencil already and it's gorgeous. It is called The Perfect Brown Master Pigment Pro Pencil by Mario, and I bought this from Cult Beauty. I had to because I had a bit of a voucher for my birthday, and I was like, they sent me a 15% off voucher. I was like, I couldn't not be rude not to. So I'm creating quite a messy eye look to begin with, and this pencil is creamy and it does set slightly, so I'm gonna just blend that straight out. And I always like to start a strong eye look with a cream because it does two things. It acts like underwear, it gives me a shape to follow and matte, but it also helps the pigment adhere really well and strongly. This is a MAC 217 brush. And the shape I'm doing is quite like a winged out dramatic eye. So you can see it looks like a little ombre. It's a bit lighter in the centre, than I'm just blended it out. And that, I mean, you could just pop mascara and go out just like that. It's a very old school makeup artist technique basically. It's tried, it's tested, and if you want a long wear from your product, if you want a pack a punch with your product, this is the way to do it, my friends. And especially if you use an adjacent colour to the shades you're going to be using as well, it will just enhance all the pigment. And it's just a really light motion. I'm not pressing really hard, but the brush is doing the legwork for me. Thanks, brush. Pretty, right? Just making sure I've got that even. Still trying not to look at the screen above, just look at the lens and my mirror. Ba ba ba, blend, blend, blend. And then let's go in with the palette. Oh my gosh, this is heaven. So this is called the Master Matte palette. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. This is going to be my first try of it as well. Let's do this together. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Right. I'm going to start off with this gorgeous caramelly colour. There you go. I think you can see it a bit better now. It's this gorgeous, very light caramel. I don't even want to remove the plastic from the mirror yet. You know, it's like too good. Why am I trying to look in there? I just can't see. It's just a frosted window, I'll see. I'm going to place that mid-tone over the eye. And matte shades are great. Matte shades, there's so much you can do with them because a lot of us are just naturally drawn to those really sparkly, kind of iridescent colours. But mattes, you can do so much with a matte. And obviously the whole 90s looks are really in at the moment. I'm taking it kind of into the eye here as well. But what this will do, starting with that mid-tone on the edges, I'm not taking it into the lid of the centre, is it will give me a really smooth blend, a surface in which to blend my product. So everything melts and merges into each other. It's like a little halo I'm doing. I could be your halo. That song? Don't know. It is now. Album's coming out soon, guys. And I'm going to take this slight creamy colour here and use that a touch on the lid. I don't want it to be too pale. I find that look can look quite dated and harsh. I'm going a little softer. And voila. I'm going to go to this shade here. These all just are numbered matte 1 to 12 essentially. That would be matte number 8 using the same brush. And now I'm starting to take that colour in a little bit, so I like to kind of pat on. And I have my eyes open, looking straight forward into my mirror, and I'm just taking that colour in, giving my eyeball a little massage. Because it's quite a warm colour, it just looks dreamy. Just creating points of interest and adding depth and shape. That's what really a smoky eye is. A smoky eye is blending one colour into the skin. I love the shape of this brush because it's flat but round as well, so it gives you really good precision if you've got quite small eyes like me. Makes it a bit easier. Then I'm going to go to this brown here and layering it in those particular areas. Think of like adding a little triangle to the outer edge of the eye. That's what we're doing. These pigments are stunning. Really enjoying them. Blend really beautifully into each other. You can see I've done a little mistake here. So I'm just gonna smooth that. I want a really smooth line and shape. I don't want to see any lumps and bumps. And now, because I want a little bit more precision, I'm gonna go with this smaller brush by My Kit Cone. This is the My Tapered Smudge brush. And I'm now gonna go to that grey brown. And I'm using different tones as well, because different tones, as in undertones of product, grey will create much more of a shadow on a lip, whilst warmer tones obviously will pick up on different eye colours. I mean, all colours do slightly different things, but this will kind of just push back and detail and shape a little bit more. So I'm keeping this closer to the lash line, mimicking an eyeliner, pulling it in and take. This is a really fine pigment, this one, so I am finding there is a little bit of drop down. So what I'm doing is, you can hear me tapping on the side of the palette. Alternatively, what I like to do is just get a tissue or a towel and I'll rub. So I'll lightly dust the pigment on there, and that will just ensure I don't get any drop down. Tones in this are so rich. Run a little bit of that in the crease. What I'm going to do is pull everything out in the eye so it's like a real almond shape. Delightful. So I'm going to a gig tonight, so I thought I'd do my makeup, like a feel-good kind of makeup for me. And I think it's really appropriate for now. Just, you know, things are opening up a little bit more, even more so. Gigs are happening, dinners are happening with friends. It's just nice to take the time and make that effort. And pre-nails. Just gonna go back to my other brush, give it the wipe on my little towels. This is a Katie Jane Hughes towel. This is a microfiber cloth that came with the full brush set. I need to clean all my brushes. I had a big job yesterday and I've used like 5,000 brushes and they all need cleaning. Any helpers are welcome to come and help me do that. As important as brush cleaning it is, when you're a pro makeup artist and you have hundreds to do, it's a laborious task, but obviously very important for hygiene. Let's take a little bit of the black. And what I think is great about this palette, you've got so many options. You can use this for work, you know, daytime glam. I'm just putting this in the corner. See how that just gives it a little bit of a hint, a nip and a tuck. Oh yeah. And sort of ready to really finish and finesse this eye. I'm gonna go back to that paler colour I used initially, so it's kind of like a peachy, it's a pale peach. And what I think is great is this palette will pretty much work on all skin tones. Obviously the lighter shade is definitely for a paler skin tone, but obviously there are ways you can use it definitely to lighten colours on a deeper skin tone for sure. On its own it will look a bit ashy. Taking a lighter colour and using it kind of like a skin tone highlight, just to kind of open up that lid area. So my eyes, they're not like majorly hooded necessarily, but I don't have a lot of lid space. So what I aim to do in my makeup is really open up that space. And how I do that is really be blending and softening that top crease line. I think what I might do is just layer a bit of that initial mid-tone, because I feel that that's just gone a little bit grey. And obviously when there's a lot of white in a product, that's what can happen. I'll put some mascara on and be right back. There we have the finished eye look. What do you think? I love it. This is like my vibe, my jam. It's cute. It's sexy, but it's rock and roll. I love just this kind of makeup. Just makes me feel an absolute millionaire. I'm made of money. You know what I mean. It just makes me feel really, really good and confident, and I love it. So what do you think? Are you a fan? Are you tempted by the Mario palette? It's so beautiful, isn't it? I love it. It's a fab all-rounder palette. Great if you want a really affordable palette. It's got all your basics to cover you from work looks to going out looks. This is the one, because you can buy simple kind of glitter or metallic products to add to the mix, and I'm sure you've got hundreds of those products already. And it's these kind of colours actually that do get quite neglected, and people generally think, oh, they're a bit boring, but you know what? They're not, honey. They're fabulous. All that snap. And the packaging looks really cool too. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Will you be trying this look out? Do let me know below. Have a lovely Sunday. Thanks for watching.